So you're looking for a dog trainer in Irving, Texas. It can feel like a huge task, right? But honestly, it doesn't have to be. We're going to walk through everything you need to know to make a really great choice for you and your best friend.
Okay, let's start with the why. Just imagine this for a second. It's a beautiful day, you're taking a walk on the Campion Trail, and your dog is just trotting happily by your side. That right there, that's the dream. And good training is what gets you there. All right, so let's talk about training for your life right here in Irving. This is all about making your dog a great companion for all the things you actually do and the places you go. I mean, this is what it's really all about, isn't it? Making these everyday things fun, not stressful. So you can actually relax on a patio in Las Colinas or walk near the Toyota Music Factory without any drama. Training is what makes all of that possible.
Okay, so where do you even start? Let's break down the different training methods and the types of programs you'll find out there. It's really helpful to know what your options are before you start looking.
So, you're going to hear this term a lot, positive reinforcement. And for good reason. The whole idea is simple. Instead of punishing bad behavior, you reward your dog for doing the right thing. This makes learning fun for them, and it builds an amazing bond of trust between you two.
Now, how is this training delivered? You'll mostly see two main options: group classes and private lessons. Group classes, they're awesome for getting your dog used to other dogs and people, and they're usually easier on the wallet. Private lessons, though, are totally tailored to you. If you have a specific issue, maybe something that only happens at home, this is where a trainer can give you that one-on-one focus.
And hey, there are other options too. Board and Train is basically like sending your dog to a training boot camp. It's super intensive. Day training is another cool one, where a trainer works with your dog while you're at work. And if you're dealing with bigger issues like serious fear, you'll want to look for behavior modification, which is a much more specialized approach.
All right, so now you have an idea of what you're looking for, but how do you find the right person? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of checking out a trainer to make sure they're the real deal. You're going to see a bunch of letters after some trainers' names, and believe me, they're important. Things like CPDTKA, that means they've passed a real test and are committed to their education. If you're dealing with something more complex, look for certifications like CBCCKA or CDBC. These are behavior consultants, and they have a deeper understanding of the why behind dog behavior, not just how to fix it.
Okay, so when you finally get a trainer on the phone or in a consultation, what should you ask? You absolutely want to know their training philosophy. Ask about their credentials. Ask how they'll make a plan specifically for your dog and your life here in Irving. And, don't be shy about asking how they measure success and for a full breakdown of the costs. No surprises.
All right, let's talk money. It's a big part of the decision, right? Knowing what to expect for costs in Irving will help you plan and find something that fits your budget.
So here's a general idea of what you might see in the Irving area. A 6-week group class could be in the couple $100 range. A single private lesson might be, between $100 and $200. And as you can see, those really intensive board and train programs can get up into the thousands. This just gives you a ballpark, so you know it's typical.
Oh, and a quick pro tip: always ask about packages. If you're buying multiple sessions, it's almost always cheaper to buy them in a bundle rather than one at a time. It can save you some real money.
Okay, let's bring this all back to real life in Irving, because great training isn't just about what happens in a class. It's about being a good, responsible dog owner out in our community.
6 feet. Just burn that number into your brain. Why? Because that's the law in Irving. Your leash can't be longer than 6 feet in public. This is exactly why getting that loose leash walking skill down is so important.
And there are a few other local rules to know. State law says your dog has to have a current rabies tag on their collar. Simple enough. Also, and this is a big one for your neighbors, Irving has a rule against nuisance barking. Training can definitely help with that. And here's an interesting fact: trainers in Texas don't need a state license, just a city business one. That's why checking for those professional certifications we talked about earlier is so incredibly important.
Okay, so you're putting in the work, you know the local rules, now for the fun part. Where can you go to practice all these awesome new skills?
Irving has some really great spots for this. If you want to work on off-leash stuff like a solid come command, you have to go to a fenced-in dog park like Northgate or Central Park. For practicing that loose leash walking with distractions, the Campion Trail is perfect. And for something in between, a place like Lively Park during off-peak hours is fantastic for working with a long leash.
At the end of the day, that's what this is all about. It's not just about commands. It's about opening up your world so you can share more of it with your dog, right here in our community.
I really hope this helps you get started on what is such a rewarding journey. Having that well-behaved companion with you makes everything better, at home, at the park, and just being out and about in Irving.